Ever took one live. Look at that. And I got it to work.
Nice.
Hello, everybody. Welcome in.
Is it you or Lisa?
The what, Steve?
Is that you or Lisa that got it going?
Well, I punched the button, but
Actually, it was all Randy.
Oh,
Do anything for once.
Welcome in to Trophy Seeker Outdoors Station for not just your normal fishing show. And hey, y'all, we don't have Daryl with us tonight. Don't know where he is or what's happened, but he just faded out. He's had a rough couple of days, and he just decided not to show up.
Well, he's going to miss out. That's
right. Steve, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm doing great, buddy. How are you?
Life is great. Life is great. We've got Captain Dave Hansen in here, your saltwater guide. He's all the way from Mexico now. He'd been out there on the West Coast for a long time, and I think he got tired of the garbage. And he crossed that border going south and ain't come back.
Yes, I have. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Steve, Randy and Lisa, for having me on the show today. It's nice to meet you, Steve, and I'm excited to kind of give you guys a rundown of my story. I live in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, and it is absolutely safe here. We're not in Minnesota, so it's safe. It's very, very safe here. Did I say it was safe here? It's safe.
I think you. Hey,
no, you forgot.
Is it safe there, Dave?
Absolutely. I must have had 3,000 phone calls in the last 3 days. Dave, are you and Kelly okay? Are you and Kelly okay? I'm like, why? What's wrong? They're all, did you turn on the news? I said, not in about 10 years. You got to watch the news. They're burning down Mexico. And I turned on the news and I saw that they were burning down Minnesota. I didn't see anything about Mexico. And I was like, you guys better get out of the United States of America. My goodness, they're burning down Minnesota.
So it's a big loss. I just got a message from our full-time host.
Part-time
host. He's been out more this year than he's been here.
That checks out.
He said he started a fever about 30 minutes ago, and he is having major what's a polite way of saying he's puking all over himself?
Oh, Lord have mercy. We don't want him on the show.
He's puking.
He said he's gone and crawled into bed, and he's sorry for not making it tonight, but long as he gets better, that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
Dang,
He's been out running the roads today. He took me fishing yesterday. For his birthday, he took me.
Nice.
And we got out there and had a great day, and he broke down on the way home, and he's been working on that all day, and he finally got his trailer fixed, and he gets in the house, and then he gets sick. So I don't know what it is, but Lisa, you want to read off our guests, off our people in chat here tonight?
I'll start off with Matt Ryan. Welcome in, Matt. Sorry. There's Sampy. How you doing, Sampy?
Good evening, Sampy.
We got Miss Chrissy Brown. She's my other host for my lives. So thank you, Chrissy. There is Old Boy Outdoors, Mr. Larry. We'll go ahead and say Fanny because his wife is in the background somewhere. Hi, Fanny. There's Crappie Day Darren. There's Half a Man, or Mr. Gimpy.
Gimpy.
Let's see. We got H. Lee Osborne. I always tell him I feel like I'm talking to my brother when I say Lee, so I have to holler at him. And let's see, we got John Stanley.
Welcome, John.
From the Your Saltwater Guide crew. How you doing, John? Gimpy says, praise the Lord, because Daryl's not here.
Everybody gets happy.
Hey, we got Catchfish with us. Chris So we'll go ahead and say, hey, V, because she's somewhere.
Hey, V.
Close.
Always close by. Matt Ryan says he's puking. He must have seen Lisa Swain. No, he talked to me. He did not see me. He saw me. There's Dustin Clark, the stalker. Hi, Dustin.
Another member of the RCT pro staff.
Nice.
Whose channel is this? This is Daryl Morris's channel, and he is currently sick at the moment, so that's why he's not here. Go ahead, you're good. You're getting ahead of me. I'm answering questions right there. There's Real and Virtual Outdoors Troy. How you doing, Troy? Cool Cats James.
James, he just couldn't handle a full day of me yesterday. He's laying at home in the bed right now, so I think he ate some of Jody's cooking. Yes, Gimpy, Dustin made pro staff with us, and Gimpy is also pro staff with RCT.
Nice.
You know, so Gimpy, we call, and now, if you meet Gimpy, you'll be wondering how he got his name, but he races wheelchairs. So you know that he had an accident and he lost both legs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. No, Dustin, it's not the same thing. It's close, but it's not the same thing. Gimpy is also tech support and web design for Rivercast Tackle and Ancient Mariner.
Oh, he did a great job with the logo.
He didn't do the logo, but he's doing the websites and answering.
Take credit for it anyway. I would take credit.
I ain't giving him credit for nothing.
Gimpy does help us all out a lot with computers and stuff. So he's really good.
How'd you get to name your saltwater guide?
Oh my goodness. Well, I started out doing this for a living when I was 13 years old. I dropped out of school when I was 14 and a half, and I was working on the sport fishing boats. You guys call them head boats, cattle boats.
Yeah.
And out here on the West Coast, we call them sport boats. And that's how I started my career, working on the sport boats. My dad was in the industry since 1947. I didn't start until 1974, so I'm kind of new at it. And then I took that and I went out into the public, and I think it was 1991, 92, I decided to teach people what I had learned over all the years of fishing for a living, because we see all these little boats following us around all the time on these big boats that we run. And we all think, oh my God, look at these, look at these idiots following us around. God, they don't even have a clue. And then I had a epiphany when I got sober. I've been sober since 1989. And I went in 91, you can't be stupid and own a boat. There's just something about it. You got to have money. You got to have wherewithal. You got to be able to save your money. You're just not stupid. You might not know what we know, but you're not stupid. Why don't I teach? So I started out as Captain Dave's saltwater guide, and lo and behold, on the internet, there's about 1.5 zillion Captain Daves. So I had to separate myself from all those Captain Daves. So I think 97, 98, your saltwater guide, we changed the whole thing and all the clothing and all the stuff to your saltwater guide. But I didn't have really an internet presence or anything. I would go with you on your boat. And I don't care if it was a rowboat or if it was a 100-foot yacht. I go with you on your boat and teach you what I had learned fishing for a living since 1974. And I think in or 2002, 2003, I was on like 147 different boats that 1 year alone.
Dang.
Just
Man.
going on a different boat every day, and we didn't know the word no. We just didn't say no. We went on everything that floated, and then and I'm just going quick, and then we can go back through this.
Yeah.
But then in 2005, 2006, we started lobster fishing in LA Long Beach Harbor. I bought into a little boat, 46-foot Bertram, and we were doing these lobster fishing trips. No one had ever done it before. If they did, they had forgotten to tell anybody. And we would take 6 people hoop netting inside LA Long Beach Harbor, and I charged $600 a night. That's 6 people, $100 a person. I give you all the beer you can drink and all the pizza you can eat, and 5 hours of hoop netting in the harbor. Not because the harbor was the greatest place to hoop net, but because I didn't have any money and we didn't have any fuel. We could only go in the harbor. And then lo and behold, if you watch my live trips with Justin Botrell or Captain Al Clowers, now it's 2026. I think Justin this year alone, he's caught legal lobster, not counting all the small ones and all the crabs and all the other stuff. But I think this year alone, he's caught over 2,000 legal lobsters for his clients. He's going to have a trip tonight, right when we're done doing this, where we'll go live with Justin right after I'm done with this. And you can watch. What we've done is we've created this online fishing live. And I've been a part of your guys' stuff too, the River Cats Tackle and Randy and Lisa and V and her husband. And we've done the live shows with them. We did the live catfish tournament. It's really cool what we've been able to do with this stuff. It's just amazing the amount of people that watch. And but that the fishing in Long Beach, LA Harbor was just for a sheer need to make a living so I could eat. There wasn't any, I didn't think anything was spectacular about lobster fishing in the wintertime. I just needed to eat. So I created that business out of thin air, and then everybody got on there and started doing this. And
Matt Ryan says you're on the boat right now. Is that true?
No, I got in. I'm in my office at home.
I knew you hadn't been home. I knew you hadn't been home long because we watched earlier today.
Hey, Benoit.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. And then in 2017, your Saltwater Guide, the website, was created. We have an app. We have over 500 how-to videos on that website and on the app. We have 3,300 of the greatest fishing spots in Southern California. We got game plans that come out every Thursday. I am super busy taking care of everything. I put out 3 brand new videos listen, gang, if you think it's hard putting out a video once in a while, I do 3 every single day for 5 years now. I haven't missed a day. I do 3 videos every single day. I do a picture every single morning. I do a live podcast 6 days a week at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So don't tell me how tired you are.
And if you don't believe him, just go to his page and you'll see it. You know, and he's got, not only is he on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch
and TikTok and
Instagram and a dozen others.
Threads and X and Spotify, Apple, Megaphone. Because once I found out that there was money behind this and people wanted to listen to me talk, tried to shut me up.
And see, that's what we were concerned about tonight, was we have you on here and also Daryl, and Daryl loves to talk as much as you do.
Up in the South.
Chris,
oh God.
Chris says that he's a big fan of Dave's. His personality and saltwater knowledge is awesome. I'm going to tell you something else about Dave. Dave is huge in the conservation side and fighting the battles that others don't want to get involved in out in California because he doesn't have to make his living fishing anymore.
It's absolutely amazing how they want to close fishing. I don't understand it. It makes no sense to me. And if we don't fight for the bleed over it affects everyone. The way California rolls, unfortunately, everybody follows in the United States of America. I don't know why.
We're hoping that eventually California will fall off the coast and we'll be okay.
We've been hoping that for years.
Or at least we have a little bit of hope. If they required, listen, I don't care what side of the fence you're on. If they required voter ID, all these problems would go away.
A whole lot of it would fast.
Oh, all of them would. It would be so absolutely unbelievable. It would go away so quick. How in the hell do we require zero ID to vote in the United States of America? That is the most craziest thing. I need an ID to get a fishing license. I need an ID down here in Mexico. Everywhere I go, I got to have my ID. And when I go to California, I got to have an ID to get a car. I got to have an ID to get a fishing license. I got to have an ID to buy cigarettes, to buy alcohol. Every single thing you have to have an ID for, except vote.
Yep.
The most important God-given right on the planet Earth, and you don't have to have an ID. That is absolutely crazy, I think.
Yep, I agree.
Hey, Darren.
Hey, Darren. How's it going tonight? Matt Ryan says Papa Trump's going to fix that.
Yeah.
We wish that he could, but he's got to have some help, and he's got to have some people up there in Washington that are not afraid of cutting their money train off.
Oh yeah, the money. That's what I keep saying.
If you know, and poor us, we ain't got enough money to make a difference other than going to vote.
Yeah, I was talking with John a couple of weeks ago, and he said I don't know exactly where you guys are all located, but down there where he is in Baton Rouge, they're taking all the big giant catfish and putting them in these fish out ponds.
Yeah.
Pay lakes. Yeah, that's ludicrous too. I don't understand that.
They're huge up in Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Illinois, and Kentucky has come up with some laws that if they can get them passed, that will help Kentucky some. The only problem is the way to beat the law is to launch in Ohio and to fish the river, or launch in Indiana. Until they get the laws all over, it's not going to make a difference. People come down here into Tennessee and they're allowed one 34-inch fish, one fish over 34 inches a day. And they'll come down here and they'll catch 20 or 40, and they put them in big tanks and they take them home. And
if you don't kill them, you can take them.
Yeah.
Oh.
You take them to Ohio, or you take them to Kentucky, or you take them to Indiana, and you put them in pay lakes. You starve them. You burn them with chemicals, which will cause them to feed. And that's how, and they'll last there for a month. And when they die, they take them and they throw them out here in a ditch somewhere. And, the pay lakes are saying, oh, all our fish are farm raised. You ain't going to find anybody that's going to raise fish in a pond for 20 years to get up to where he weighs 70 pounds.
Right. That's a fantasy.
Hey, John.
Yeah.
Well, they don't take them home. Well, they take them home to their home lakes and they sell them there. If you go down here to a tournament, there will be guys at the ramp that are trying to buy big fish to haul away.
That is crazy.
You know,
that is absolutely ludicrous. I don't understand that, but then again, I don't understand a lot of stuff.
Yep. Chris is saying it takes 30 years to grow a trophy catfish, and you can't do that in a pond.
They only go as big as the water system.
Yep. Hey, Steve, did you hear about the Depends that John has? He undoubtedly has got a sponsorship with Depends now, and they even put his face on them for him.
Oh my God, you're being terrible.
Yeah.
Gave it to him, delivered this past weekend to him personally.
I'd be a sponsor of Depends. I wouldn't mind.
Hey,
Mac. We went down this last week. We went down to Memphis, Tennessee, and went to a show. Twisted Cat Outdoors put on an expo, and we got down there and played all weekend and had a good time. But, you know, uh-oh.
Look at that dog. That's doggy.
You big old dog.
You wait.
John says he's going to get me. John's sitting down here in chat. We won't let him on stage, you know, because he takes things over.
Nice.
But
Mac, thanks for coming in.
But like I was saying, and like Dave said, he's big into conservation out there in California, and he's battling all this stuff. And you know, it makes a difference because everything follows California. You know, it always has. Unfortunately, they've got their tax man now. They don't have a governor. They got a tax man. And
the king. He's the king.
That's right.
The king of California. It's absolutely amazing. But you know what we found out was, Randy, if we the people show up, we the people can make a change. And there was a big commission meeting in Sacramento talking about the fish that built our industry out here, the sand bass, and they were going to take it away from us and not allow us to catch any. And we the people showed up in mass numbers on the Zoom meeting, and it kind of scared the hell out of them. And they didn't take our fish away. They only took one and still left the season open. And this year we had the best sand bass fishing last year we had the best sand bass fishing that we'd seen in 20 years in Southern California. So thank God we the people saved that fish from being taken away from us completely, because the powers that be wanted to take that fish away from us and not allow us to catch it. And here's the thing, there's no science. So all these closures in California are done simply on emotion. They're not done with any science. And then as we break it down and we start to look at the commission and look at the people that are behind, and unfortunately for us here in California, they get to make all the decisions. And these are, I'm sorry, they're very pasty white people with no suntans, no calluses on their fingers. They've never even been on a boat or been on the water or been hunting, but they get to make the decision on whether we get to hunt or fish in California.
Well, you need to get on that California sea line and eliminate them suckers.
Yeah, they're another big problem. But if you say that word in any type of a commission meeting or any type of a fish and game meeting or any type of a government meeting, sea lion is the most protected animal on the planet Earth. They have more rights than a human being by far, and especially children. So if you get caught harming a sea lion in any way, shape, or form, if it's natural causes or man-made causes, and they find out that you had something to do with it, you're going to a federal penitentiary, and you could do as much as life. And there's no lawyer that's going to take that case. But if you harmed a child, there's lawyers that will line up from here to where you guys are at to take the case.
You can harm a child and get 5 years.
That tells me we got a problem, ladies and gentlemen.
Most definitely.
When a sea lion has more rights than your child, we got a big problem in the United States of America.
Yep.
Hey, Lance.
Matt Ryan says California hates anybody who has a suntan or a smile.
Yeah, they hate me. Oh boy.
I guess they don't like you either, Matt. I can agree. Anyways, here. This is all about Dave. So Dave, I want to know what your favorite fish to catch is.
Well, down here, since I moved to Cabo 6 years ago, it's rooster fish. I absolutely adore those fish. They're the most beautiful fish on the planet Earth. I love rooster fish fishing. But when Kelly, who's my wife, and I go back into the United States of America, we want to fish calico bass. We love calico bass. They're always available year-round. It's a year-round fishery, and it's available to everybody, and it's close to the shore. It's usually in a very beautiful place, and they're surrounded by kelp or big rocks, and they live inside the rocks or they live along the edges of the kelp. It's a very challenging fish to catch, but it is by far my favorite fish to catch. I am at a point in my life, I'm 64 years old. I don't want to catch fish that hurt. I don't want to pull on a big giant fish. I'm not. You guys might be. You guys all might be, and that's cool, and that's what you're into. I want to catch 1 million fish in a day, not one big giant fish that I'm going to pay for another month. My back's going to be sore, and my feet are going to be sore, and it's going to hurt me. But then again, I was absent that day at school when they decided that the fish were going to hurt us. We're the dominant. We get to hurt the fish. They don't get to hurt us.
Right.
What's your favorite way to fish for them, Dave?
With a hook. No weights, nothing. Just a hook and a piece of line connected to my reel. We call it on the West Coast, we call it fly lining, where you're taking a live sardine or a live anchovy and you're hooking it putting it on the hook in a manner that's going to keep the bait alive. Like the video I put out this afternoon at 2:00 is how to hook a sardine. And 90% of the fishing we do is with live bait. That's our favorite way to fish. I've been introduced to a few lures with a couple of companies that sponsor me now. And I kind of like the lure thing, but I always want to throw a live bait. No, just me and the bait hooked to the reel. It's just the most natural way to do it, with the bait swimming along and then the fish eating the bait, and there's no weights or sinkers or swivels or anything. It's hook tied to the line, tied to the reel. Doesn't get any more pure than that.
Well, now, guys, Captain Dave goes out fishing quite a bit. He don't like to say a whole lot about it, but he does. Today, though, he had an honor today, and I don't care what anybody says, it is an honor. He took a gentleman fishing today that was 84 years old.
Yes.
And, the guy's fished his whole life, and he wanted one more good trip, so they contacted Captain Dave to take him out, and somebody trusted Dave with their big boat. And
yes, they did.
What were y'all fishing for?
He's 84 years old and is riddled with cancer. He's down to like 84 pounds. It was the last, unfortunately for him and for us, it's his very last fishing trip. And we got to do it today, and the weather was beautiful. It was flat, glassy, and calm. We did not catch a fish. We didn't catch anything. we got out at the crack of noon and we got in at the crack of 4 o'clock. But we spent the time out on the water. He had a couple of rods out trolling behind his boat. He was just sitting in the cockpit. It was like 85 degrees out. But when you're that frail, you're wrapped up in blankets and stuff. And he just sat there and looked out the back of his boat and actually enjoyed himself. His wife told me that was the first time he's enjoyed himself in a couple of years. He's just basically sitting, waiting to die.
Mm. But when it comes your time, when it comes my time, I want that to be some of my last memories. Some great times like that.
Yeah, hanging out with Lisa fishing.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's what better can you ask for than to be with somebody you love, somebody who loves the same thing that you love, to get out and do it.
Absolutely. So it was a very nice day today. I felt very honored, like you said, Randy. I just felt honored to be asked to take the gentleman out, and they had enough trust in me. Like I told Lisa when we talked on the telephone earlier today, they had enough trust in me to trust me with their big giant yacht, which is every day. And I've been doing this for a very long time, but every day I get up in the morning and I get on those boats and I drive around in the ocean, and I pinch myself. I can't believe that people actually trust me with these multi-million-dollar yachts. It's incredible, because at the end of the day, all I did was just quit putting alcohol and drugs into my body, but I'm still the same crazy son of a gun I was back in 86.
Yeah.
So, it's crazy.
Matt Ryan says that you're one of the most caring, good dudes that he's ever met.
Well, thank you, Matt Ryan. I feel the same way about you. You're like my oldest son. We talk pretty much every day. I got 2 boys. They're 34 and 30 years old, and they got kids, and I'm a grandpa and stuff. But yeah, Matt Ryan's a very close personal friend of mine. But a lot of my members and the people I've worked for over the years became some of my closest, dearest friends. They know my inner workings of me and Kelly and what's going on in our lives, but they become really close personal friends of ours. Not so much that we need them to be members of our website. We just need these people in our lives to make our lives as bitchin' as they are. And I don't know if you guys know that word bitchin', but we use it a lot.
We know it. Life, and again, life is good for a lot of us, and we just got to look around at all the good things, because if you look around, like my son-in-law says, you may have a bad day, but you ain't got a bad life.
Absolutely not. And I believe, Steve, it's because of fishing.
Oh,
it's
facts.
Because of fishing. And I can't believe anybody would want to stop you from fishing anywhere in the world. It's just the thing that brings us all together. It saves people's lives. Look at the young man I took out today. All he wanted to do was fish one last time. I took my father when he was about to pass away. He couldn't even stand up, and he wanted to catch one more fish before he passed away, and he did. He caught that one more fish that day. And it's just incredible that people want to take fishing away from us.
Yeah.
Well, and I think the other problem is nobody wants to stand up. Like if everybody stood up together, we could get whatever we wanted. But people are scared to jump out there, because if one person jumps off, it's easy to cut his head off. But if 20 of us jump up, it's a little bit harder.
Yep, that's what they found out at that commission meeting last year. It's really impossible when you all stand up. We the people, you got to remember, we the people, gang. If you just remember, we the people, we can do some amazing things if we all work on it together.
Yep.
Black, yellow, orange, white, it doesn't matter. It's just we the people.
Red, white, blue, baby.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm going to agree with Matt Ryan. It tastes like we can't be divided. I agree.
True story.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get out here and we can get the thing is, like, every time something other really bad happens to our country has a tendency to draw together. And everything was really doing better until we got a certain president in, and everything started splitting back up, and it's so divided now. It's got a long way to go, but we got to get rid of some of these dead gum politicians. Is what it boils down to.
Well, I believe in my heart it's the media and it's propaganda. They play this propaganda game like nobody's business. Like when they stormed the Capitol, I heard CNN say 1 billion times in one day, it's the worst day in the history of the United States of America. Well, how quickly did they forget about Pearl Harbor? Or how quickly did they forget about the Twin Towers, 9/11? The storming of the Capitol was just nothing. It was just another day in the United States of America. No one died. I know you guys are all going to argue with me. That little girl died because, she died, but she was going to die anyway. She had nothing to do with anyone killing her. And how can you say, even if that one person died, how is that the worst day in the United States of America when we lost all those people in 9/11 or we lost all those people in Pearl Harbor? I don't get it. But if you say it enough times, then you get all these people pissed. And you get them all pissed, and then it's called propaganda, gang. We were taught this in school when we were little kids. The propaganda, the war machine in Germany, the propaganda, and we were all like, well, this will never happen in America. We'll never. Yeah. It's happening, gang, and if you can't see it, it's just absolutely mind-boggling. The hate for one person. How can one human being control all these people? One orange man cannot, he's not doing what you guys think he's doing, gang. It's the media. It's the media. I'm sorry. Fishing has become such a political thing. I know people are like, wait a minute, I tuned in for a fishing show. Well, fishing is super political now. My father told me before he passed away, Dave, you got to get involved. You got to get involved. This is amazing how they're wanting to take everything away. And I thought he was out of his freaking mind. I'm like, politics? I don't want to be involved in politics. Now I find myself talking about it almost every single day. But if we don't talk about it, Randy, Lisa,
we can't ignore it.
They're going to take it all away from us, gang. And you guys are going to be standing here on the corner going, Lisa, remember when we used to go fishing? Remember that thing we used to do? Mm-hmm. You can't take your grandkids doing it anymore. They're going to go to a federal penitentiary if they catch a catfish. Can we?
Like John Stanley said, a lot of the members are real tight with each other. And at a moment's notice, we show up for each other for help or for fun. As long as we support each other, as we bind together, we can control anything. And if we don't take care of our fish and our fishing industry, we're not going to have an industry left.
And when Justin turned me on to you guys, and I fell into this because I was laying in bed one evening on a Sunday night, and I had done like 900 shows that week, and I was like, I don't want to watch another frickin' podcast. I just want to zone out and watch Gumby and just eat some chocolate chip cookies. And here I am watching River Cats tackle, and I'm like, oh my God, these guys are, look at these gals are hilarious. They're in there fishing. You guys were fishing. And then I saw you guys trolling these pieces of wood behind your boat, and I'm like, what in the hell is that in there? It's a planer board. And I'm like, it's a what? And then Randy tries to explain to me what's going on. And then Lisa gets a bite. And then we're watching the other square, and then V gets a bite, and it's going crazy. And I'm just going, how did I get into this stuff, man?
Just wait. It's fixing to fire up again up here within the next month.
Oh yeah, now that it's getting warm again, huh?
I've got a tournament the end of March, and every rod has to be under 4 foot.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Blast.
Yeah.
It's time to start having fun.
And I found myself watching it and having fun and enjoying it, and then interacting with you guys. And then I'm invited in. I'm like the long lost grandson of you guys, and I'm like in here, and I'm participating in the whole thing, and we're doing tournaments, and I'm just blown away. I need an accent.
John Cyclone is the daddy of the group, and there's 3 or 4 of us that are older than he is that are in this group. But he's him and Steph are the parents of the group, or the grandparents, and that's what blows me away.
Yeah, and then you guys keep bringing in new people like Steve right here underneath me. I want to be Steve's friend. I want to know about Utah. I want to know about fishing in Utah. All I ever thought Utah was the Provo and trout fishing. Now I find out that they got a whole bunch of little baby catfish that Steve catches. How cool is that?
And they got some pretty, he catches some 15, 20-pound carp.
Right.
And
there's nothing wrong with catching a carp.
And he's got a bunch of friends that are involved in it with him. I mean, he used to show up there's a show called Two Stands on Sunday mornings.
Oh yeah, I know Stan.
From 9 to noon, Stan goes live, and Steve started popping in there. Well, now Steve's bringing 2 or 3 of his buddies with him every week. He's got Bert Adams, the net man.
That's his personal net man. I mean, he catches fish. Hey, net man, come here. Bert comes running.
But,
nice.
And then we got Tyler, and I mean, Steve comes in here to. I don't know what he does in here, other than he sits there in the background waiting for me or Daryl to take a breath so that he can talk.
Oh, yeah, and then I play with the dogs.
But if you look across the shelf there behind him, there's a one where he won that tournament, and there's another one right there where he won something, and he's got some special big fish awards and all this kind of stuff,
So you catch a little more than just baby catfish, huh?
Yeah. So my whole thing, I started chasing trout when I was just a little kid because, like you said, Utah is notorious for trout. Then just a couple of years ago, I got hooked up with Guard Dog, the automatic hook setter. And then that's when I found out about all these catfishing people. Well, in order for me to compete, we don't have blues. We don't have flatheads. All we have are carp. So really, really quick, I learned how to catch carp fast. So I could hang out and play with these guys. And now we're just having a great time.
Perfect.
And Lisa's got her tournament series, the Wolt's Way Out There tournament series. And she has opened it up to where carp count just like the catfish. So Steve can come join us.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I did it just for Steve.
Yeah.
Nobody else. So Bert and Tyler, I didn't do it for them. I did it for Steve.
Well,
nice.
Hey, Dave, Jason Cutter says that you support our veterans.
Oh,
that is
absolutely.
A huge deal for us.
Yeah, I got involved 10 years ago. War Heroes on Water. A guy named Anthony Shea put this tournament together, and we take 150 heroes, outfit men and women who have done everything in their power to make sure we get to live in this great country of ours. And we take them out it's an absolute incredible tournament. We're on these multi-million-dollar yachts, and we take these guys and gals, and we take up to 3 veterans per yacht, and we take them out for 3 full days. We don't touch land. There's nothing going on. We're just out there fishing and having fun. And oh my gosh, I've gotten so involved with so many of the men and women because I had no idea what these guys and gals had done to make sure that I get to live this silly little life that I have. And I didn't do anything to deserve this. But boy, oh boy, when I hear these stories of these men and women that gave everything they got and came back with just the stories and the body parts that are missing and stuff, and you would not believe, none of them, when you talk to these men and women, none of them say, boy, I regret going and doing that. They all would do it again tomorrow morning.
Everyone.
For our country.
That's the thing is, you know, I sat up there at the VA hospital this morning waiting to see my doctor. And I was sitting over here in this corner, and there was a bunch of them over here in this corner, and they were all talking about what they had been through. And somebody said something, and one of them looked at the other and said, well, let's go take care of it. And it was, I mean, you know, and it was 6 or 7 of them that would have went to take care of the situation.
Absolutely. And
Matt wants you to explain the bounty of our
nearby islands and the MLPs.
the marine life protection is what he's talking about. The islands off of our coast, there's an island called San Clemente Island that they can't touch. Even though they wanted to touch it, they can't because that's owned by the military. That's owned by the United States Navy. And then they use it for SEAL team training and Top Gun school and all kinds of other things. They wanted to close that to fishing, but the government said, nope, don't come here. So they've taken over this other island. I don't know if you guys have heard of it or not, but called Catalina. And Catalina just sits 26 miles off our beach. A third of the island is closed to fishing for no reason at all. Just, once again, emotional closure that you can't go there now and fish. And they're about to do this. More of the island, more of the Channel Islands, which is, these Channel Islands are up off of a place called Santa Barbara, where we have Anacapa, Santa Cruz, Santa Rosa, San Miguel. And they've already closed a lot of these islands to fishing, recreation. They're going to close more of it. They have an initiative coming down the pipe, 30 by 30, which is to close 30% of the lakes and streams in California, and then 30% of the coastline and the islands in California. And this is all supposed to go into effect by 2030. So we fight that on a daily basis because there's just so much going on here, and they want to take away our live bait fishery. They just keep taking everywhere you look. They're take. This closure of the islands and doesn't make any sense at all, but it's emotional closures. There's no science. What I've said for a very long time is just show me the science and I will get behind it, and I will be the number one person to talk about the closures. And I believe that if there is something that needs to be done, nobody's going to do it more than us, you, me, Randy, Lisa, Steve. We want fishing in our future. So if there's a fish that's going to be gone because we don't do some type of closure, we would do it in a second. But there is none. It's just an emotional closure. Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. And right now, this will piss you off if you hunt at all. There is well, you need to watch my show 2 days ago, my podcast 2 days ago. I had the guys from Killing Catalina on. They're going to slaughter. There's less than 2,000 deer that live on the island that are their own subspecies of mule deer. Okay? These are the most perfect mule deer in the world. They're genetic different than the other mule deers. They have no diseases. They have no strains of diseases. They only live on Catalina, and they're going to slaughter all of those deer. and they're going to do it in the next couple of months. And they're going to do it by helicopter. They're going to just slaughter them all, and they're going to leave them lay. And the way that they got the people behind this is they told them that they're going to use the meat to feed the California condor, which the California condor shouldn't be here anymore. They're an extinct animal. We brought them back from extinction. The animal was supposed to be extinct.
I actually did a report on them when I was in elementary school, and it was like 12 of them left in the world.
And there's a reason.
Yeah. And now they've come back, and there's thousands of them.
And all they are is a vulture.
That's it. They're just a different breed of vulture.
And they're not supposed to live with people. That's why there are none. Here's how screwed up California is. Okay. They brought back the wolf, the gray wolf, to California. Wolves are not supposed to live with people. I don't know where this disconnect came from, but wolves don't live with people. Wolves eat people, gang. And oh my God. And now, listen to this, Randy. They want to bring back, and this is real, they want to bring back the grizzly bear.
They're,
they're out of their freaking minds.
The grizzly bear lives where it lives because it's not around people. That's like yesterday. I was watching a video of a woman on Fox News was feeding a bear down here in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and the bear fortunately turned around and left. The only problem is with that woman feeding that bear will be caught within the next month and euthanized.
Yeah,
because it's getting too close to the people.
Right.
So that woman killed that bear.
Yeah,
it's a common thing. I mean, people will growing up in Gatlinburg. I mean, it was an everyday thing, all day, every day. Bears come into town, and people walk up to them, and as soon as they get close to them, they automatically start complaining. Oh, this bear attacked me. This bear's coming after me. Well, you know what? You're the one standing there with food, feeding it, and now you just killed that bear because you were the stupid person that handed him food. And I was explaining this. I was explaining to. Well, actually, I wasn't explaining. I was arguing with a lady, trying to explain to her that there's a difference between the bears that are in the city and the bears that was around my house, because I didn't live in the city. I lived in the woods, and our property line bordered a park. I mean, it was normal for a bear to walk on our porch. And I said, city bears are not afraid of people. They are used to people. So the bears that around my house, I said, I can open the door. I can have one in the yard and I'll open the door. And it immediately takes off. And she goes, no, there's not a difference. I said, yes, there is. I said, there's a bear right now in the dadgum parking lot. Go say hi to it and see what happens. I said, there's a bear in my aunt's driveway right now, which she lived above us. I said, go out there and try to say hi to it and see what happens. So one's going to come after you. The other one's going to take off running.
Right. Well, it's like Randy said, they don't want to live here. There's too many flipping people. They don't want to live in California. They don't. Nope. And if you're going to transplant them and make them live here, they're not going to be happy. They're not going to be happy. It's loud. It's obnoxious. There's tons of pollution. It's just a crazy thing to try to put them in to an area where there's a reason why they're not here anymore.
Yep.
Because they hauled ass and went to Alaska, or they hauled ass went to Montana. They went to where there's not a lot of people.
Yep. They thrive. They thrive where there's not people. Yeah, thin out the human herd.
Yeah. See here, if a bear gets tagged 3 times, that third tag, it's automatically
Euthanized.
Killed. Right. So what
And
are
if
you
it
doing?
gets
You're not
3
doing
chances-
this. You're not doing this bear any favors.
No,
Not at all.
Well, hey, Dave, you've got
Yes.
another show to be on here in just a minute.
I got a half hour if you guys got time.
Okay. Well, then we'll keep going.
I don't care. I
Okay.
haven't heard a damn word from Steve.
At their house.
Me?
I haven't heard nothing from Steve.
Absolutely.
Well, I just been listening.
Here you go. John Stanley put it right. He said they want those animals here, but not at their house, just like the illegal immigrants.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
exactly. That's the whole thing. If you took the illegals and dropped them off at the politician's house, they don't want that. You did the same thing with the bears, same thing.
Yeah.
It's they look cute, they're cool over there, but I mean, like he said earlier, it's just dumb people making decisions for everybody that are smarter than them.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, let's take just a minute and go over this stuff that we got coming up here real quick.
Absolutely. Let's go.
February 28th, which is this Saturday, Living Waters Outdoors Fishing Workshop. Living Waters Outdoors is Josh Thompson. He used to be in all our shows, and he's faded out because he's got married and just got life going and all. So, but he's putting on a fishing workshop this weekend, or an outdoors workshop at Watts Bar Community Church, which is 3 miles east of the Watts Bar Dam. They got a guy named Tyler Barnaby that's going to be there, and I know Tyler personally. He's going to talk about safari adventures that he's been on and ones that are being offered. RCT is going to have a booth set up there, and there's one other little tackle shop that is going to be set up there.
Well, we are going to be there for RCT.
Yeah, we're going to take some rods and reels and hooks and stuff like that with us. Next Tuesday night, March 3rd, Lisa is going to have a live for the rules on the Dock Demon tournament coming up March 28th.
That's also when you can start signing up for it, because I don't have nobody's name written down. But if you want to fish it, come to that live. And that's where I'm going to start writing names down.
Anytime after March 3rd, you can sign up for that tournament. The live is going to be on Lisa the catfish, Lisa Swain, the catfishing lady. Going to be on her channel at 7 p.m. The big thing everybody's pushing on right now and looking forward to is the gathering, April 24th through the 26th at Chester Frost Park in Hickson, Tennessee. You don't have to wait till the 24th to get there. Come on down. We're going to be there 23rd, I think, and something other like that. And there's going to be people there as early as the 20th, and they'll be there through the 28th or 29th. If you need a campsite and all you're going to do is tent camp, talk to Daryl. Daryl's got several sites rented. If you want a place to put a camper in the campground, I expect you're out of luck.
Mine may have other campsites too.
But Daryl's getting things set up and all. Him and Woody's got sponsors. We've got a big fish tournament that starts Friday morning at 8 a.m. and goes until Sunday morning at 8 a.m. And the biggest fish is worth $1,500. Second place is $500, I believe, and he's paying 5 places. But just get in there and you can do that. You can do that. Lisa's got a tournament that's going to be fished on Saturday night. It's called the KP tournament, and if you win it, you get this big trophy. Tells you you're a winner. See, look right there.
Nice.
You're a winner if you win that tournament. Food will be provided on Friday night, we have V is hosting the Golden Whiskers live from the gathering. And so, you know, we got a heck of a weekend coming up there, and that ain't 2 months away. That's less than 2 months from now.
And that will be going live, so you'll be able to watch a lot of that stuff, which is good, because then at least I can watch y'all have fun.
Yeah. We get out and we're gonna go play and have fun and enjoy life. Everybody's claiming that trophy already. But I got news for you. I may actually fish during the gathering this year and see what I can do.
There you go.
Take Daryl with you. You didn't have very good luck yesterday.
Daryl don't never fish during the gathering, so this is the Dock Demon Trophy. What you're going to win on it. Hey, check this out. Look at that. Even back here, you can tell that it's special.
Hey, do you want my address?
You ain't going to win it, so I ain't even giving that to you.
Like you said it over here.
Yeah, I don't see any others up there from the Woats Tournament Series.
Nah, I've come close, but I ain't got one yet.
Yeah.
But I'm going to get there.
Matt, jump on a plane, fly out here, and we'll get you on a boat to fish fish for that trophy if you want to.
Just not mine.
Come
on, you know, me and Matt have that love relationship.
Me and Lisa have a boat. Everything from the floor down is mine. Everything from the floor up is hers. You know, it gets real rough fishing sometimes because, you know, all I got when I'm sitting there straddling a pontoon. but you know, I think I can con Lisa into letting Matt on the boat, and V says that if we won't let him on the boat, she'll take you out on the boat. But if you show up and you want to fish, whether you got a boat or not, you want to fish, all you got to do is say, hey, I want to go fishing. There will be somebody that will take you out. I've not seen it happen yet where that you didn't.
Someone wants to fish. Yeah.
Yep.
See, I have a feeling we might be taking H. Lee out because he's going to be right beside us anyways.
Yeah. You know, we're gonna have a third of this campground taken. They've got when you pull in the gate, if you go this way, it's one campground. You go this way, it's another, and then you go this way, we get this campground. And I'll guarantee you we've got 50 or 60 campsites reserved. So come on down to the gathering. But
absolutely,
we got some other stuff coming up, but we ain't gonna talk about it right now. We'll talk about it later because we still got two or 3 months to hit it all.
Yeah, that's information overload if you keep going.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Steve, are you fishing this weekend?
Oh, of course. I just haven't figured out where yet. I'm still practicing for Lance. I'm still trying to figure some stuff out.
Okay.
So I'm still practicing.
Dave, him and Lance McCoo guy, the Hawaiian fisherman, is doing a 1v1 in May against each other for carp.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Steve talks about all he does, and Lance is sitting over here in the corner and ain't showed nobody what he does. He just talks a big thing, so you know we got to see how that's going to go. Steve shows us that he does it. I've known Lance now for 2 years, and I ain't seen him catch a fish yet.
Okay.
Not in a while. It's been a long time. I mean, he makes comments about me not fishing. Right now, not one of my rods has line on it.
Oh, Lord.
All the line off.
We got to get ready get ready for the show for this weekend. But
I'm just waiting for my new rod to get.
Ashley, are you talking about the
March
tournament in March, or are you talking about the tournament at the gathering? I mean, they're both on Saturdays. All my tournaments are on a Saturday.
I think he's talking about the March 3rd. Whenever you talk about the rules for your,
We've been talking about both, so
okay.
that is a Saturday morning.
We got all kinds of stuff. You can tell Randy's old. He forgot that he caught a small catfish on my boat last September. Yeah, he did. He caught about an 8-pound. He caught about an 8-pound blue on the boat on Thursday or on Friday. The only problem is the tournament was Saturday and Sunday or Saturday.
Oh, dang. That's my kind of luck.
Oh Lord. George and Gimpy are going to be fishing with John during the Dock Demon tournament.
We might recruit Spyron and Epic.
Oh man. They're trying to put together a big dog team. That's okay. That's okay. I've been
still with the Dock Demon, only 6 rods count.
And I don't see Tim or Spyron fishing with a 4-foot with a Dock Demon rod. But
I can't wait to get there. That's going to be a great one. That's one of that tournament's actually really, really fun.
Yep.
Hey, Mac had told me today originally he said he couldn't fish because there was a pipe that busted and it had all kinds of crap in the places that he fishes. So like all the water was terrible. He couldn't fish. And this was like a couple months ago. And then he commented, put my name down, ? And today he told me to take the ? Off. He's fishing it.
Nice.
He's trying to recruit some people from, like some of the people that he watches from TikTok. He's trying to get them to join in on it too. So.
That can't be good.
They had a dead gum sewer pipe that busted in the Potomac River up in Maryland. And,
it's still pumping straight raw sewage into the Potomac River. That's Washington, D.C. That's our capital.
Yeah. That's got to leave a good smell for everybody too.
No, it's amazing that happens. And the United States of America, unbelievable.
Right.
It's weird. Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crap, literally.
Yeah. And they're worried about us fishing.
That's it. 400 gallons of sewage a day. 400,000 gallons of sewage a day.
Jeez.
Right.
A lot of brown trouts.
But we're the problem fishing with the rod and reel.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sorry. I ain't buying it.
Nope, I agree with you 100%. Politicians they're making decisions. They're just hurting everything. Like you said, they haven't even been out there and looked and seen for their own eyes of nothing. Somebody told them something and they just like, okay, sounds good. Give me the money.
Yep. And then they never fix it.
No. But here's the thing is they always take stuff away from us, but if they ever gave us anything back, no. So, I mean, I don't understand why people let them keep taking shit. Stand up and like, if we band together, we have something. If we don't, we're going to lose everything.
Yep. Absolutely.
And everybody says, well, my politician doesn't do that and my politician doesn't do that. Well, then who's the politicians that are doing it? if they haven't stood up against the ones that are bringing it out, they're just as guilty.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Ain't no politician gone into office that wasn't worth 10 times what he was worth when he went in when he gets out.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
there is. Donald J. Trump.
Yeah, well, he's the only one. He is.
Well, if he's not a politician, he's a businessman. There's a big difference.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's the reason that we got things going as good as we do.
Oh, facts.
Yeah, it is what it is. The
Yep.
proof is in the pudding, ladies and gentlemen. The proof's in the pudding.
Well, guys, let's jump off here. We've been going for
Okay.
about an hour and 10 minutes. We're going to jump off here. If y'all want to hang around, we can talk backstage a little bit. But
I'm going to get the other show ready, you guys. Hey,
okay.
if you guys want to follow me, it's Your Saltwater Guide on every piece of social media in the world. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Megaphones, Threads, X. We are live on everything. We're going to be live here in about a half an hour if you want to watch some real lobster fishing, not those crawdad things they have back in New Jersey and in Maine. These are real lobsters. They don't have claws. They have a big giant tail with lots of meat. And we're going live here at 7:30. So I'll see you guys over there.
We'll
Sounds
see you
good.
in a little bit, Dave.
Thanks for
Thank
coming
you,
in,
Lisa. Thank you,
You're
thank you, thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you, Steve, and good luck, Randy.
Take
You
care.
too, bud.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, did that leave?